I flew Zionist Native American Tribes to New York City.
So it's Thanksgiving. How do you feel about Indigenous rights?
We're visitors on this place.
This was their land first.
We're occupying their land.
How do you feel about Jews having a claim to the indigenous land of Israel?
I think the Palestinians are indigenous to that land.
I think they're kind of like occupying as well.
Yeah.
I'd love to share with you maybe some facts.
Sorry. Hello?
Okay.
I apologize.
Okay.
Thank you.
I can see your phone that you're not talking to anybody. When you guys think of Jews, do you guys think of indigenous people?
No. I was misinformed of the subject of this interview.
Second, Israel was part of the indigenous people's conversation. You guys didn't want to talk about it.
Yes.
I am Native.
We recognize our own.
Have any of us truly been to Israel?
Yes.
Y'all went to Israel?
Many years, we've lived there.
They're Zionist Native Americans who see a lot of similarities between Jews and being indigenous to Israel and them and their indigenous nature. So do you have any questions that you'd want to ask?
Israelis are colonizers. Like, do you believe in that? Like,
I don't agree. First of all, most of those people who say that have never been to Israel. There's 3,000 years of archaeological history there. The 7th century, Arabs started Islamicizing all of the Middle East. Right? So they were doing to indigenous tribes ethnic cleansing, genocide, forced conversions. That happened to us too, with Christianity. To remove the indigenous identity of the people, you rename the land. It's like the ultimate insult, and you rename it to the land to their biggest enemies. So the biggest enemies to the Jewish people at that time were the Romans.
I see.
And so they renamed the land Palestine.
It was only even associated with Muslims more so in the 60s and 70s of the last century.
I didn't know that. I think I need to do my own research on this.
Do it, yes.
The population of Israel are dark Middle Eastern Jewish people, Persians, Iraqi, Moroccan, and the minority are the light-skinned Jews. But even though they're light-skinned, they're still indigenous.
I did Ancestry.com, and it was interesting. It came back that I was 100% European Jew. With a footnote, though, your blood is actually from the Levant. So really, you're from Israel.
As Native people, if I go back to my land and get land, I'm not colonizing it. It's being restored. It's land back. So the Jewish people, they've returned home.
If the Jewish people are not indigenous to the land, the question then to me is, well, then where are the Jewish people indigenous to?
The same way Chinese people are from China, Italians are from Italy, Jews are from Judea, which is the land of Israel.
Since their language and their religion and their ethnicity can all be traced scientifically back to the land of Israel, then why is it that they can't receive that indigenous support from the world to have their one spot? Because the Arab people who live in Israel and call themselves Palestinians were actually from neighboring countries that when indigenous people were removed, they were like, oh, well, there's a lot of space.
Yeah.
Let's spread out.
Did you know there was only one Jewish country?
No, I didn't.
Do you know how many Arab and Muslim countries there are? There's about 54.
No, I didn't.
What would be better is for both to exist in the same area rather than saying this land must only belong to the Jews, this land must only belong to the Palestinians.
Israel is Arabs with complete equal rights.
Yeah.
You would know that if you visit.
I would not visit.
2 million Arabs live in absolute peace. It's the most beautiful place if you've never been there.
Why is it okay to rape women across somebody else's border?
I believe in violent resistance.
Really do.
I do, as a black person and as an indigenous person.
Do you know that the word for a black person in Arabic is slave?
I actually am aware of that.
It's probably taken out of context of a whole entire historical thing.
Context is never in Israel's history that they have come into other people's living rooms and cut babies out of their wombs and burned them in ovens and chopped people's heads off who were peacefully living beside them.
I don't know about facts like
if
this.
you want to talk about context,
The biggest decolonization project in history was Israel returning to their land. And even lies about how Israel came to exist. Like, Israel didn't kick anyone off their land. They bought the land from Arabs living there legally, and the two-state solution that was originally promised to both was that the Jews could have part of their indigenous land, not the whole thing, and that the rest would become a Palestinian state. But that was turned down. Parts that were supposed to be Israel originally, those were already majority Jewish populations. So,
Okay. Yeah. But this is not conversation for me.
okay, you don't want to have it?
No, I don't want to have this.
All right, thank you. Another person walks away the second you make Jews indigenous.
I would like to go.
Well, as a Jewish person, that's hurtful to me that we can't be a part of that conversation. You don't really want to hear our perspective and our allies' perspectives about that.
Well, that's not what I'm saying.
But it is but your actions are saying.
What my actions are saying is that I'm an 18-year-old college student who's not educated.
Isn't when you don't know something, isn't that the best time to learn from people?
I think that when it comes to oppressed versus oppressor in time, there actually is no ownership of land, and that's a really indigenous and important thing. Like,
But the Arabs have colonized 55 countries.
I am not talking about.
But it seems like you're only willing to talk about it from
We're
the
talking
perspective
about.
you want.
I don't have time for this. I actually have a movie that I'm going to go see, but.
All right, so you're just walking.
No time for the truth.
No time for the
And
truth,
this is
no
a
time
really-
for
all
fact.
right, this is how many people have walked away from us today.
Wow, pro-Hamas. I can't believe that. Said that it was justified to rape, kill, murder.
That is ignorance at its finest.
We're trying to get the truth out. We're trying to get the real, raw truth out. I've been to the massacre site. I saw raw footage of where they came and jumped over the border and they killed children. I wish I didn't see that because I still have it in my memory bank.
This is all new information for me, and it sounds
Does
really
it make you want to research a little more?
Yeah.
Yeah. So next time you hear Jews are colonizers or Israelis are colonizers, will you like second guess that a little bit?
I guess there's like nuance to it, yeah.
We have a gift. Let me give this one.
Wait, this is amazing.
This is the native version of locks.
Oh my God, I
For
love
your
locks.
And among our people, we honor warriors with feathers. And then we have a feather for the dog.
Let's get Ziggy out. Wow, Ziggy.
Since October 7th, we have been going around to your communities, sitting Shiva with you. May this be remembrance for you that you do not live alone.
Yeah, I'm gonna tear up. That's so sweet. I just love you guys so much, and like this has just been a very meaningful video to me. Happy Thanksgiving.